and we're gonna go from there. I'm not gonna pause it very much at first, just so people can kind of get like an eye on things, and then we'll go from there.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get...
Okay, actually, I lied. Hearing a Palico talk threw me off so fucking hard the first time I watched this.
I didn't realize that was the fucking Palico
Dude,
when I first heard that.
Dude,
Why did I?
That is the Palico. That is the... Okay, I lied.
know,
We're gonna
I
just
figured
pause
that out,
all the way
like,
through
third
this.
time,
I
like,
don't...
Wait a second, no one else's mouth is moving.
Also, mommy, I want her.
Oh.
Simp.
things set up and ready
Look at the size of her tits!
to go. And then we can...
I'm guilty too.
Dude, like... Palico's always like,
Look
"Oh, I
at it
know.
instantly going, wood.
Yeah, but like, okay, they made her hot.
Get started.
Frankly, they-
Second off,
they
D,
made both
Palico's
of
voice
the-
talk, yes, but Palico's voice talk, yes, but never in English or common, whatever.
Yeah,
fuck
here's
it's
the
called
thing.
in
If they're gonna
English.
do this, though, they better go full bore and constantly make the person make cat puns. Because that's how the Palicos are supposed to talk, because they always make cat
God,
puns.
We're talking about like anime cat girl level cat
Fuck
puns.
yes. Yeah, I want that.
Oh fuck.
I want them to pull out the Wrath of Meow. Okay, I want shit like that. I really do. It's...
I'm going to reach through the computer.
You know the meme? You know the meme that's like, HR, it's like the lady standing there and it's like some guy walks in and says something and she's like, this is okay, and then the next one is like some other guy walking in and she looks uncomfortable and is like, HR? That's me towards Palicos, where Palicos are allowed to talk like that, but if anybody else talks like that, I want to kill them. So other things, Diablo's horns obviously on the ship, or it looks like Diablo's horns. This is a sand ship again. We have the single pontoon. There's no double pontoon, so not a gen
Guys, I'm
ship.
not gonna pause this on the first run through. We're gonna go through it entirely, and then we're gonna go back.
I
and
lied.
through it.
I lied. It's a single pontoon, no double pontoon. So this isn't a gen ship. It's something else. So this is all New World, clearly. They really did make
As soon as we find a good
Both of
spot,
the,
we can get things set up and ready to go.
both the handler and the
And then
suit
we
really
can get
attractive, by
started.
the way.
This
Like,
is gonna be
unironically.
great.
There's a fucking child, by the way. This is like the one thing that I saw, and I was like, what the fuck is this doing here? Who are you? The other two are like
Story elements.
Yeah, probably. Which... Is it weird? Does this shit look like really modern for Monster Hunter? So, are you talking about like the styling of the clothing? Because if that's the case, from what I understand, yeah, the goal was to bring forward like... The goal was to kind of bring forward like modern like IRL styles to the game, I guess. Which is an
I
interesting
hope we
choice.
find...
It still looks very Monster Hunter. Like, I mean, again, also the new drip goes so fucking hard. Like,
Yes, it does.
them soon.
they made every character hot. Except this one. This one, I want him to get thrown off of a fucking boat. That is a child. I want
Kid
that
looks
dead.
like he's been through some hell, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know why, but his face is punchable to me.
Look!
So, right off the bat, in the background here. So, also, apparently, this is all like a flashback sequence. The first thing I noticed is this, I guarantee, is gonna have plot relevance. That thing in the middle right there, that's definitely gonna have. That's 10,000% gonna have plot relevance.
You know what? That's probably gonna be something from an Iceborne when the handler's grandfather brought back a shard or some shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something similar.
Also, we have I think this is what's it called? Astera's, like, the research commission's symbol in the back here. And this is actually the player hunter. Right here on the left. And then on the right's the kid, obviously. And then behind you, it actually is the handler. Dude, I will say, I was low-key mad that the girl with the blonde hair was not our handler. But then I realized, oh wait, that's literally just Little Miss. Who the fuck is smacking their lips?
Sorry.
Think.
I will kill you in my
Sorry.
Quick, go back about 5 more seconds.
Sorry, I didn't realize you picked it up.
No, you were like right in your mic with that.
Forever.
I'm not even that close to it.
Why do you?
I don't know why I
Go back
picked
about
it
10
up.
seconds.
I'm
back
gonna
to
mute
flashback.
while I eat.
No, you're fine. I just heard you smacking your lips. Yeah, so obviously I will say, yeah, by the way, I feel vindicated, okay? Someone tried to, I think it was Dee who said this isn't Little Miss Forge, and then on Twitter, I think Kogat was like, yeah, this is Little Miss Forge. So I feel vindicated. That is literally Little Miss Forge.
Okay, I'm looking at the symbol. That sigil does not match anything from the 5 fleets.
Well, it's the guild cross.
It,
I believe. That looks like the guild cross to me. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Also, I will say, everybody was saying that we were going to be outside the guild's jurisdiction in, teasers for this. And the thought was that we wouldn't have quests because it was going to be open world or whatever. This trailer, you'll see in a little bit, completely nips IND in the bud. We are still under the guild's jurisdiction.
Quests are engaged the moment that you engage a monster.
Yeah, which is interesting. I do like this little area here. So it looks like that is like the toad thing, like the toad monster that everybody's simping over, by the way. And we got some of the Velociraptor looking bits in the back. Why? So it looks like winged drakes are back. Obviously, got that guy flying there. We got a bunch of different herbivores here. We got the ones with spikes. All of this is kind of stuff that we've seen before.
Incredible.
However,
I've never heard of a Karatha herd this big before.
However,
one of them's got
endemic life. That's what I care about. Look at that fucking endemic life. Look at that.
I have
a big
to report
spike.
an issue.
You have what?
I have come to report an issue.
What's your issue?
Uh-oh.
There is possibility that I will not be available Monday. I am currently experiencing no internet.
God damn it! Okay, well we'll figure it out from there.
Is this an issue
Yeah.
of paying
They're
your ISP,
supposed to
or
try and get someone here over the weekend, but we'll see.
Okay, well,
Okay, so it's actual technical issue then.
just
yeah.
keep me updated, and we'll go from there.
They
Bam.
have it set for high priority or whatever, so they
whatever
said
that
someone
means.
should be able to come out tomorrow. But
Okay, so Tuesday, got it.
possibly.
Well, hopefully they
Okay,
actually
really
come
on a
out
weekend?
tomorrow.
Good luck.
But just keep me updated. Just message me. We'll go from
Yeah.
there. Because I do want to play. I do want to try to play Monday if we can. Obviously, worst comes to worst, if we can't do it Monday, we could just set it back a day or two. Like we could just do it Tuesday or Wednesday instead. So that is also an option. Dean says, "Wish you luck" in stream chat.
Oh, thanks, homie.
Yeah, we're talking. We're just. Well, that's fucking unfortunate. I will say we're all good to go in terms of the campaign on Monday. So just let me know what happens and we'll go from there. Like,
Oh, okay.
because
I don't know
again,
if y'all heard that.
heard what?
Very passionate. Oh, screeching, baby.
Ah, no, I hear it in the
I
background now.
We hear it.
Barely.
But yeah, no, stream. I'm
Speak
really
to
excited
people,
about
Lily.
this. I'm so fucking
Speak
excited.
to them.
And now she's not gonna say anything. She told the baby to talk. Now there's to tell you to fuck off. But yeah, this is cool. I'm excited to see this.
I think I'm just gonna turn my character into a complete fucking sociopath.
Dude,
at
I
this point.
swear to God. Yeah, okay. Unrelated to what we're watching right now. Okay? Fucking. I had a post I posted this on Twitter. But I typed yesterday, we are putting your current alignment to just neutral, to Jay's character. Not neutral evil, just neutral. You're a monk and you're basically there out of the goodness of wanting to help people. Swinging a few dead pepper munchers over your head after lighting them on fire doesn't make you evil. It just makes you fucking weird. Beating a bandit with another bandit's corpse doesn't make you evil. It just makes you fucking weird. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily
No, it makes you
evil,
resourceful. You're not using your own weapon, you're using a new weapon.
But yeah, no, it's...
Exactly.
Okay, anyways, back to looking at this trailer. So,
Alright. I'm out, y'all.
have a good one, Jay. Just keep me updated.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peace.
So, also, somebody else mentioned this. Baby Puke.
Baby Pookie.
Baby Puke. Do you think that's endemic life? Do you think that counts as
You
endemic
kill it.
life? Do you think you can capture it?
Kill it.
Oh my god! Please.
I sure-
want baby Poke.
I sure fucking hope that it lets us capture it, right?
That would be so amazing.
Like, so also the other thing is, and I'm surprised people weren't really talking about this very much.
Back.
So here it's literally showing the different seasons, the Desolate and the Bountiful season. And what's interesting, by the way, nobody else pointed this out here. Look at this right here. Look at that little thing right there that my cursor's at. It's like some sort of beehive or a fruit or something. See that?
Yeah. It's a shack. It's a tree sack. Yeah.
And it's gone in the Desolate season, obviously. That to me screams some sort of environmental. Just FYI.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, what? That's probably a honey source.
Or that, yeah, could be literally be how you get honey now. What if that's
Which
where the
means
Pookie
obviously
was?
in a desolate season you wouldn't be able to get things like that.
Little Pookie's home.
It's the Poke's little child.
Maybe. I don't think so.
I mean, watch its trajectory when it transitions.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not.
turning around.
It's turning around. It's not going really. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe that would be neat. That would be neat. It would be cool if it was like this little cocoon home, but I don't think it is. I will say though, they eat berries and shit. So if that's a berry sack, I mean, it wouldn't really be surprising. Nuts and
The little
berries.
Pookie army.
Yes.
I'm really curious to what these long spires are gonna be, because they don't look natural to me, at least. Like, because they have like a metal rod going through them and then rock, but I'm not sure. They could be some Monster Hunter thing. I also, again, I've got to put the size of the herbs is still fucking crazy to me. But then,
Animals.
so during the Desolate season, like all the grass dying and shit, I really, by the way, really love the fact that we're actually seeing seasons again, and it's actually changing the environment, and apparently it's gonna change the monsters that are around as well. Now, my only concern is that, and this is where you start getting into concerns, is that it's gonna put some people off, and here's why. In Doe, which is the Monster Dose, which also had seasons. One of the most annoying things about that game was that if you needed a specific material or specific resource, and some people like this, some people don't. I'm mixed on it because it is kind of a time waster. You had to physically wait for a season to come around. Like, in-game, you had to do quests and wait for that season to come around. Which is... It's a cool gameplay mechanic until you need something that can only be gotten in a specific season, and you're at the start of a different season. So, like, for example, certain regions would be locked off. Like, if I recall properly, you couldn't go to the desert in summer because it was too hot. And you couldn't go to the tundra in winter because it was too cold. Which, I mean, like, that's actually a thing in real life. People who don't know, like, for example, if you climb Mount Everest, you only have, like, a 2-week period in which you can actually, like, do it relatively as safely as you can. Just due to weather
Otherwise,
conditions.
your ass is gonna freeze before you get halfway.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things. But, again, it's like... So, it's not, like, unrealistic or anything, but the problem is from a gameplay sense, it can be really fucking annoying. Especially if, for example, you need, like, let's just say a cactus flower as a random item example, and you can't go to the desert for, like, an entire season. Like, that is genuinely kind of fucking annoying. Frontier had a similar season as well. Now, I personally like this kind of season. I've always been a fan of, like, this rotating, like, kind of living real world. There are two ways they could go about it. They could actually do a genuine rotation, or they could just let you choose. And I'm gonna be honest, with how streamlined World and Rise is, I'm gonna assume they're probably just gonna let you choose what season to go into, and there won't be any waiting. Which, I mean, that's fine. It kind of defeats the purpose of having the seasons. But yeah, there weren't. But I kind of hope that it's more like the day and night cycle in World, where it's like every hour the seasons change. You know? Or something like that. Because I think that's how long a day or night cycle in World is, where it's like, you know, every hour or two, I think, is an entire cycle. I forget the exact timing, but it's not super long. That's the only downside about this sort of season. And again, apparently monsters and resources change depending on the season. So again, as soon as you play DOS, it's a little bit worrying, because my least favorite part of DOS was waiting for things to unlock due to seasons. However, it was also one of the coolest features at the same time, because it felt like, oh, I have to wait for the summer season or whatever. So it was cool, but it was also annoying. It's one of those really mixed bags. And I think with how streamlined World and Rise were, you're going to see a lot of players complaining about it, to be completely honest with you. So, I'm not really sure. We're going to have to just wait and see. It's one of those things that, like, you don't want to just let players choose, because if you just let players choose, it kind of defeats the purpose of having the seasons in the first place. But you don't want the seasons to be so long that people get stuck grinding other shit for hours and hours, and are unable to actually get to content that they need to progress. So we'll see. What I think is cool about this is shit like Endemic Life can be locked behind seasons, which is, you know, side content. And I think that that's really cool, having that being able to, like, be unlocked via seasons and shit. The only thing that gets really annoying is when it comes down to, like, monster parts and stuff like that. Which, I mean, again, could be, could not be. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm just also putting...
It just depends to see how long the cycle is, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Desolate and Abundant.
Yeah, and I'm also trying to
They'll probably be quick, too.
I'm trying to be somewhat objective as well, because I actually do have some problems with this trailer. We're gonna get into it later. I do like this a lot. Small monsters having turf wars now is fucking fantastic. This should have been a thing in World, to be honest with you. I also, by the way, I love the little... I don't know why nobody talked about this. The little baby. Look how fucking cute that thing is. Get the fuck
It's a
off
little
here.
baby.
Look at how tiny that little boy is. Look at his little fucking... He's so fucking cute.
Was that your epic launcher?
Yeah, that was my Epic Launcher pushing notifications at me.
You don't turn those off?
I have not yet, no. I didn't really have the Epic Launcher installed until recently.
She only installed it once Evil Dead came out and just forgot about it.
Then I uninstalled it and then I reinstalled it to do Unreal stuff. Also, look at the tiny little raptors here. Look at that. Look at how fucking cute they are. I love the little baby monsters, man.
I want one. I want a whole one. I want to pet it.
I really do like that they're trying to show the two, like, Bountiful and Desolate look so different.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fucking cool, I'll be honest with you. Can I just say what? There's such a huge emphasis on baby monsters. I have to wonder if you're gonna be able to steal them as Endemic Life for, like, your room. Well, yeah, I'm noticing a lot more. We're actually seeing the life cycle of monsters now, which we haven't really seen before. Like, it's actually kind of cool to see. The only other time that we've really seen that are, like, with, Gigi. Into Gigi Nox.
Mm-hmm.
Unconfirmed baby. I think it's pretty safe to say it's probably a baby Pookie, though. The wing shape and everything is very similar.
The coloration and the wing shape is very similar.
Yeah. A bunch of baby small monsters, yeah. I do have to wonder what that's gonna, if that's gonna do anything quest-wise. But we'll see. These things are ugly as fuck, by the way. These things are so fucking ugly.
They're uglier than that one. And then the bear-looking fucker from the rabbit bear thing. And
dude, they are so ugly. I kind of adore them.
Us wrong.
Yeah. They're even uglier than that. They actually look like someone took a frying pan to their face.
They're so ugly. I kind of adore them. I mean, look at that fucking dude.
It also looks like they're blind.
No,
Where
I
are their
think they
eyes?
have eyes, like they're like around here someplace. I was looking at them very closely earlier. I think that's their eye right there.
Or are they just the super squinchers?
Just like Dean said, they're like bulldogs.
Okay, super
I think these are like eye spots essentially, where it's supposed to. They have large skin flaps protecting the sand. Yeah.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make
This, by the way, I haven't seen enough people mentioning this.
the pack.
That he just grabbed Clutch Claw ammo with his claw.
We'll make for the desert.
I I also noticed here how he stops the other monsters from following with the environmental. So it looks... So, a big emphasis, and this wasn't shown very well in the trailer, is apparently large monsters are going to be able to, form their own social groups.
Yeah, they're able to form their own packs, basically.
Yeah, which is really cool and also fucking terrifying. And it means that we're also going to have to actively do things like lure monsters away from the rest of the pack.
The sandstorm!
Rathalos together.
Oh god, they'll be like
Unstoppable.
So also for people who are watching this part, I mentioned this yesterday. There is another monster here. Right there.
Yeah, it's an antlion looking motherfucker, isn't it?
Not only that, it also appears to not be struggling like the other monsters are. Take a look.
Yeah, because that's the sand rat.
So it looks like it's actively the thing causing.
It's creating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called it out yesterday when Oh, you did post screenshots about it earlier. Yeah, I talked about it yesterday with I think it was it Burb? I don't know. I literally talked to Burb about it yesterday. And was like, yeah, take a look at this. This looks like another monster that we just have not we haven't seen anything
I'm thinking
about.
it's an antlion type monster, basically, considering it's using a sand pit
It,
as a trap.
it looks like a Leviathan. From what I'm briefly looking at.
Leviathan.
So. By the way, this is the Palico.
The hut, by order of the guild.
That's the Palico's voice, for people who are unaware. I really like this, by the way. I'm a very, very big fan of this scene right here. Was he holding that corpse, or was he...
Yeah, he flung that fucker.
Yeah, he's holding it there, and he throws it. That's pretty cool. And there's our muscly toad boy. Which, by the way...
wondering if that was actually the handler's voice for the commencing the guild hunt.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I thought that was the Palico's voice. Also, I like how it leaves just wet goop.
It leaves slime trail. Like
It just leaves wet.
They finally
Slurp.
properly added Vern in Monster Hunter.
Okay, so here's where we get into another worry I have, okay? And I'm gonna be, this is again me be as objective as possible. And again, I love, Monster Hunter is my favorite game series ever. Okay? By the way, there's also an additional, if you look on the left here, there's a resource here. Which again, no one's talking about, but that looks like some sort of plant. Looks like pepper, either cactus flowers or the fire peppers. Like cactus flowers. I do not like this area as a whole. Look at how small this area is.
Oh yeah.
Look at how tiny that is. I'm gonna
That's
assume.
gonna require some very careful planning.
Yeah,
nothing bad could
navigate.
happen. in
I'm
Core
gonna
War.
assume that this is a zone transition area, and I'm gonna hope to God this isn't a fucking area where they're gonna try to be having us fight monsters. Because one of my biggest complaints with World, and I love World. It's literally my favorite Monster title right now. My biggest complaint with World is that there are so many little corridors like this that are just fucking miserable to fight in.
I wonder if they'll allow you to have more environmental combat where you can use your clutch call to grab onto the walls and use those as mounting points for aerial attacks.
Maybe, I'm not sure. The one thing I do like here that we see though is this is one of the new recoveries, which is where your mount can come and save you and recover you from an attack. I think that's very cool. But this is a really small area to fight a monster in, especially larger monsters. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't like these tunnel areas in these games.
It kind of reminds me of the Elder's Recess when you go into the the crystal spike section, usually when you fight Nergigante.
Well, so that area is fine. It's the
In terms of the
transition
size.
between the two areas that is not good.
Yeah.
Like this area is fine. This area is nice and open. You've got lots of room here. We're seeing it's turf with small monsters. This is in the exact same area, by the way.
But it's all the same map, yeah.
No, not the same map. This is literally the same fucking area. You can see the same the same rock crack and everything here. So this is gonna be one of our new main areas. Yeah, it's the exact same area. I mean, you can see the rock crack there too. It's literally the exact same thing. And the same formation in the background. So. I also... Okay, that's something else that we have to talk about. The weapon swapping. My immediate thought as a dual blade user was not, oh, gun, greatsword. It was, I can now bring 2 elemental dual blades to every hunt and cover all my bases.
You and everyone else.
So, I don't... That was my first thought was, nah, fuck weapon swapping.
You have 2 options here. You have melee and ranged, or you have 2 different elemental variants to handle multi-monster hunts.
You could also technically bring 2 ranged weapons.
Racial
Too.
slur.
God damn it, Cheems.
What the fuck, Cheems?
Yeah, that's...
If you're gonna do that and be funny, at least make sure your mic isn't gonna scatter.
Yeah, his mic fucking shit itself. What if you swap between
not bad.
ranger skills? Well, and that's the thing, is it's like, so I don't know. That's the thing, is because you can put skills on weapons. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see a meta where you swap weapons constantly to activate certain skills. Because, again, even in World and Rise and all monster games, you could slot skills into your weapons. And some of the weapons have really big slots. If you could get an extra 4, like for example, Protective Polish. You could put Protective Polish on a weapon that has 2 slots, sharpen on the back of your mount with that weapon. Would it transfer it, or would it be... Well, yeah, but it doesn't have to cover an entire build. That's what you're not getting. Like, if, for example, with Protective Polish, that just... I'm assuming it would swap after you would switch weapons, I would think. Like that. It would probably have to. But there's other things that, like, for example, Resuscitate. You would... I guess I would assume once you lose it, swap, because it would deactivate it, I would assume. But, I don't know. There's other things as well to look at where, like, I don't know. Bubbly Dance, for example, applies the buff for a set amount of time, I believe. Even if you, like, were to unequip the armor, technically. So you would still have the buff even after you lost them as armor, as far as I understand. So, like, stuff like that makes me wonder if we're gonna see, people swap between weapons just for a skill slot. Okay, we need to talk about this entire section here.
No, not the counter.
So, 1, it's a counter. I'm mixed on getting a great sort of counter. I've talked about this before. If it's built into the base moveset, not like a wire bug skill, I might be fine with it. We'll see. However, also that is a new great sword aerial attack right there. So that's not the overhead that we're used to having. That's something new. So this looks incredible. First things first. So right there, you can see, and people were wondering if we had sprinting with your weapon out now. We don't. Stop spreading misinformation. Right here, you can see that is the clutch. That is the claw.
Yep.
It literally grabs. So this is a clutch claw attack. You do not have sprinting with your main weapon out. And that's not a thing. I don't think that'll ever be a thing in mainline, to be honest with you. This is a claw attack. So you're getting pulled towards the monster with the claw, and then you go in for the secondary attack. That is all based on the claw. Now, however, there's another function here that this trailer is going to show, which is called focus mode. Honestly, the trailer did a god-awful job showing what focus mode is supposed to be. We'll explain it in a few minutes. So right here, this is a whole other thing. See these red scout flies? So scout flies are back, and it looks like they have a new purpose as well. Right here. camera zoom in. Okay? You're gonna notice this right here. This is really important for the new shit that they're talking about adding. This is focus mode. The camera zooms in, and he got access to a new attack. There's the camera zoom. The greatsword is lodged to the monster, and then he finishes up the second attack. Right? That right there, I'm 99% sure, is supposed to be the new focus mode. I think that right there is our first demonstration of what it's supposed to be. And for people who are unaware, the focus mode, we'll get into it in a little bit, but it's supposed to be a mode where your camera slightly zooms in, and you gain access to new attacks depending on the weapon you're using. I am 99% sure that is what this is.
You, as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
And obviously the multiplayer here. Now, this is something else that wasn't super well explained on. Certain actions now will trigger struggles between you and your hunter. Which is what this is. This is not a cutscene. This is gameplay. This will just be in the game now. And if you look on the left, you can even see the rest of the team preparing to attack. This is just going to be in the game now. So apparently now...
It's a fucking grapple struggle. Oh my god.
Yeah, so now there are going to be certain actions that trigger different things with monsters. But it's not like Ryze's skills, I hoped. I don't think so. I think focus mode's different. I think it's an extension of your base moveset. I don't think
In
it's
in that little clip there where he struggles with the monster, you can see
The hammer
the
user.
Doshiguma armor.
yeah, you can see two different armors
Possibly
here.
the Katakabra armor.
You also can see looks like a heavy bowgun with a shield, and then it looks like an iron
That hammer user's getting ready to get fucked into that monster dead.
I've selected you.
So again, this all
As a
looks
lead
incredibly
hunt-
impressive. There is some stuff that I missed talking about. Also, SOS flares are back. Obviously, I mean that's what that is. SOS flare. Now my other thing though, and this is the thing I was curious about. I'm looking at the Sekrots right now. They all look the same here. So I'm hoping that there's customization for them, but they all look the same there. Now that might be due to the dust, because if you notice during the Desolate season, your hunter, when they're out, they get covered in dust. So I can. So this is what I'm talking about. By different, looks like blocking here. That looks like it's what triggers the struggle. So, if we're gonna talk about raw damage output, I think that one of the new things you might start seeing speedrunning groups do, at least at the start, is having one person
force
lock
a
down.
struggle.
Yeah, exactly. While everybody else does a shit ton of damage. Exactly.
Don't you love QuickTime events in a struggle?
But yeah, so that's the basics of what I wanted to go for the showcase. We've already streamed for an hour, so we're gonna jump over here now because this is a whole other. This is the dev interview. I'm not gonna go over this one a
13
ton.
weapons.
No, all 14 weapons are gonna be in. The 13 weapon thing was a typo, and so I think it
I
was
know.
somebody trolling.
No, it was
on-
an edited
I think
screenshot.
it was somebody trolling on Twitter.
It was pretty funny though. I really wish they killed Insect Glaive.
I wish they'd kill you in Minecraft.
I mean, you have the power
make
to
'em
do
bait for
that.
dragons.
Flip.
So we're talking. By the way, right here, I'm not gonna watch through all of this because we've already been going through this for quite a bit. I have to pick up maybe in like 10 minutes.
Whoa.
And once we get back, we're gonna play some Helldivers.
Yeah.
But so basically, these are the directors and the producers. We all kind of know this at this point. Honestly, so the entire thing that they kind of get forward, they talk about on this is they want the environments to feel more punishing, which is great. That's something that Monster Hunter really needs. Yeah. So you want to? They were talking about having a more hostile world here, which is that's fantastic. That's what we want to see in Monster Hunter. We want to see more environmental dangers and stuff. I have to wonder if that lightning hitting you will do damage to you. I hope it does.
God, either Heart Attack or Para.
I don't know if this translation is right. I don't know why they're saying it's been a while since we last had an amphibian monster. We just had Pteranodon in the last game. They might be talking about for the mainline team. I'm not really sure.
I love Pteranodon.
So again, this is all talking about like the different changes and whatnot. This is revealing the monster names, the mount, so on and so forth. I'm kind of skimming through. Let us go through what we've already looked at. Oh, this is kind of a cute little thing. If you played World and Iceborne, you'll get little outfits for your cats. Now, they're still in development. That's the other thing to stress. So everything that you've seen could be changed.
I do like the World and Iceborne save data bonus
Yeah,
Palico
same.
armors, but I think I'm gonna use the default Palico armor because it
Dude.
looks like a penis.
What?
More info in about a week. Got it.
Yeah, we're getting more info literally in a week. Which I'm very excited for. Now, here's what I actually did want to show off, because a lot of people have not seen this. Because this is on the Japanese side. I've translated it into English. So this is on the Japanese PlayStation site. This is talking about everything that we saw, right? So this is just talking about the environments and whatnot. But this is where we're going to start getting a little bit more details on things. So the field of Monster Waltz has two sides. A harsh environment where swarms of hungry carnivorous monsters fight each other, and an environment teeming with life and the field changing dynamically. So again, this is talking about the season changes. This is talking about the Sand Plains, which is apparently like a separation that blocks different areas. I will say it's made up of multiple areas with different characteristics, including the desert, grasslands, and rocky areas. So there are grasslands, which is what we're talking about here. This is more talking about, again, how the monsters behave and act. This is showing their turf war off with small monsters.
I love how the small monsters have turf wars now.
It is fantastic that the small monsters are actually like able to do things now.
Because Bros winning.
Now, this is going over all the monsters, obviously. We've already seen all these. This is a little baby boy. Now, where was I looking for? Okay. This is what I wanted to get to. Because this is what the trailer was supposed to be showing. Focus mode. You can attack and guard with aim, and by aiming at a monster's weak spot, you can switch to a special variant and deal large damage. You can look forward to the evolved action of Monster Hunter so that a wide range of people can enjoy the hunting action of Monster Hunter, such as the concentration mode that makes it easier to judge the distance from the monster and aim. In addition, there are new actions that can be used with certain weapon types. This is talking about that focus mode. See how the scout flies are red here? From what I understand, the way it's supposed to work is the scout flies will mark weak spots, and when you hit them while in focus mode, you will it's kind of like tenderizing, where the more you hit them, it'll eventually open up a weak spot where you can do even more damage. That is what it's supposed to work like from my understanding. How intrusive it will be, or how good it will be, is we're still hard to see. I'm not a tenderizer hater. There are a lot of people who hate tenderizing. I think tenderizing is fine. This just seems like an even more seamless version of tenderizing to me. Yeah, Dean says the same thing. It's tenderizing but more seamless. It's exactly how I feel about it as well. So I see it being, and by the way, and this confirms my suspicion about the video, this is that sliding attack down the side of the monster in focus mode. So yeah, I was completely correct. This is the focus mode attack. I was 1000% correct there. Yeah, exactly, and then you get access to new attacks as well, Dean, which again is where that sliding attack comes down, where he drags the greatsword along the body. I'm also curious to know if that attack hits multiple times, because if it does, Elemental Greatsword might be back in business, big time. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. So this is talking about the Slinger, which is essentially, it's talking about, again, our upgraded Slinger. We have a claw now and can grab things. This is the female armor, which is, in my opinion, it's okay. Female armor is not the best female armor, starting armor set. The male armor set, though, holy fucking drip. Holy shit. The male armor set's fucking cooking this time around for the starting hunter set. Female set's okay. It's just not amazing.
I like both of the sets this time.
I do not like the female set at all. Palico
What,
set's cute. Flip, shut up. You just like the hood.
Yeah, no, Dean is not wrong.
Look at me and tell me I'm wrong. Look at me and tell me I'm wrong. That shit is not fucking amazing.
Palico set better.
The Palico set literally does just look like a penis. Balls, head. Palico set's mid. It's fine. It's not amazing. This is going over the different characters. The kid, who I hope gets eaten in the first scene. So on and so forth. So, yeah, those are kind of like the big talking point stream. Those are kind of like the big talking points of all this.